Porta. Good morning. How are you this morning? I'm up bright and early. I usually record these on a Wednesday. You know that, don't you? But I am actually recording Thursday morning. I couldn't sleep. Something was troubling me. And I'm going to share it with you because I think we need a plan. I've got a bit of a beginning of a plan, but I need more than just me. And it doesn't require us to do anything. But I do need your help. Let me tell you what was troubling me. I read something yesterday. I'm going to get my phone up now because it's on my phone. I don't know if you were aware, but yesterday the government announced that there is a cost of a rise in the cost of living. And that's done by an average basket of goods and how much it goes up over a period of time. And they reckon the rise is a further 5%. And I just let that go. And I thought, 5%, yeah, okay. Until I read this, that the way that they calculate what the real cost of living on a typical basket of food is not necessarily everybody's typical basket of food. And so listen to these numbers now. The cheapest bag of pasta in a local supermarket last year was 29 pence. And this year it's 70p. 141% price rise. This time last year, the cheapest bag of rice was 45p for a kilo, and today it's £1 for half a kilo. 344% price rise. This time last year, baked beans were 22p a tin, and now they're 32p a tin. 45% price rise. Bread, this time last year, the cheapest loaf you could buy was 45p, now it's 58p, a price rise of 29%. A bag of small apples, 59p, is now 89p, and the apples are even smaller. And what they're doing, what's happening in the packaging is that things might not appear to have gone up very much, but perhaps the size of the package has got smaller, and that's called shrinkflation. Pasta, rice going up by hundreds of percent. And so although we're given this figure of 5%, actually in real terms, if you're trying to feed a family on good basic food, lots of it has gone up by considerably more than 5%. When we put that alongside the rise in the cost of fuel in terms of heating and even lighting, electricity and gas, I'm really worried, aren't you? And I know I don't come here to do political rants, and this isn't a political one actually, and I don't often come here to do the big pictures. I'm more looking at the detail. But actually I'm a big picture person, and I'm really worried about what these changes in prices and all the increases to our weekly non-negotiable outgoings are going to do for us. We live in very proud places, and I don't think it's easy for our friends and our neighbours to tell us how they're cutting their cloth or tightening their belt or whatever analogy you care to choose. And that worries me too, that there will be people very quietly coping or not coping, making choices that shouldn't be choices, food or heating, for example. And so that's where the challenge really came in, and I've mulled this over a lot. And preparing a sermon for Sunday, and part of Sunday's readings are this. Jesus is in Nazareth, and he stood up to read, and the scroll of the prophet Isaiah was given to him. He unrolled the scroll and found the place where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favour." He has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. Please will you help? Pray and be vigilant. And if we notice our friends and our neighbours, our loved ones, our family members living a little bit differently or making different choices, perhaps we don't see somebody, they're not coming out, or they're not taking part in the way they used to. Could we just kind of keep an eye on all of that? You know I'm good at being confidential, but if you see or hear of anybody who might be struggling as a result of any kind of poverty, would you let me know, please? Anybody, be it struggling with their food or their heating bills or keeping their car on the road or managing to do right by their children or their grandchildren. Please really let me know, because we are to bring good news to the poor. And if we're not looking after our neighbours, I don't know who is. So gosh, that's a heavy one, isn't it? Not much spiritual content in there, but a real local definite need. And I will trust you to be in touch if you come across anything you think I should know about. There are ways and means. I hope you have a good day. We don't need to be weighed down by these things so much as pushed into action with them. And I'm hoping that that's what will happen. I shall see some of you later. Lots of love to you and God bless. Bye bye.